We got the author back to the table. Also calling out cards in support is Rafael De Castro, Louisiana Foundation Against Sexual Assault. Brandy Melissa from Baton Rouge. Julia Bro, the Humane Society of the United States. Jennifer Ansardi, representing Jefferson Parish. Morgan Lamadre, Sexual Trauma Awareness and Response. Michelle Hall, Louisiana SPCA. Jean Menard of Church Point, Louisiana. Hilton Cole of East Baton Rouge, Animal Control. Bud Corson and Jim Nickel, Louisiana Veterinary Medical Association. Charmaine Cassiopa, NOLA. Beth Brewster, Companion Animal Alliance. Sean Cassidy, Louisiana Foundation Against Sexual Assault. And Eric Sustrom, Humane Society of the United States. There are no more lights.
Can I close real quickly?
Absolutely.
I'll be extremely brief. I appreciate everything Mr. Mill said. I think I've tried to work with all parties on the bill. I think when you try to compare our crime against nature statute with other states, you're really comparing apples and oranges. And I say that because our crime against nature statute is problematic because it's in violation of Lawrence versus Texas. Because of the Lawrence versus Texas decision, all sodomy laws in the United States were deemed to be unconstitutional. Part of the reason, not the only reason, but part of the reason why we're moving the bestiality statute to its own statute is because when you're making a constitutional argument, you're really making the reverse argument. This bestiality law, as it currently is stated, is in an unconstitutional statute. So we already have a Supreme Court decision on the books saying Lawrence versus Texas that you cannot have sodomy laws on the books. Bestiality is literally tied to the sodomy law, which is unconstitutional. Now, mind you, I've made the commitment to Mr. Mills and other people, though, and Ms. Marcel and I are on the same page. Like, I am for equality and gay rights and the like, and I have filed bills to do that, but those are separate bills. And I'm not saying I'm not going to file more of those bills. I will file them, but I am removing bestiality from the unconstitutional statute and giving it its own statute. So if you have a constitutional concern, your constitutional concern should be with the existing law. To my earlier point, other states that have crime against nature statutes don't have sodomy in it. That's why they were able to amend their bestiality law within their crimes against nature statute, because there were no constitutional questions with it. Ours is unique in that our sodomy law is still in the books, is still in the crime against nature statute, and that is part of the reason, not the only reason, because obviously you saw the new bestiality law is much more expansive and it's much more specific. To Ms. Hodges' points and Mr. Mills' points regarding the vagueness, this law is as vague as our current child molestation law. All the definitions, all the terminology mirrors child molestation. So if you think child molestation is unnecessarily vague and the law is not going to be stand up to scrutiny, I would argue that all the child molestation law in the books has been ruled to be pretty specific. And like I said, if I will happily amend this bill, I'll work with Mr. Stefanski to make sure that people are allowed to be around food. Got it. That I will take care of it. But if someone who is convicted of this crime, who is serving probation, wants to work in a food processing facility, I would argue he probably shouldn't be working there because there's some challenges, at least during that probation period. Obviously, we amended the bill, Mr. Stefanski's help, to say that, listen, there's a time period after you've proven to be free and clear of this kind of problem where you can go work anywhere you want to work. It's not forever. It's just a period after your adjudication's done. So with that, I appreciate this committee's time and effort.
Representative Marcel has made a motion to report SB 236 favorable as amended. Is there any objection? With being no objection, SB 236 is reported favorable to the floor as amended.
Thank you.